Now, this might have been one of the best showings of why Toons need to be banned. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So we finally get to dive into the world of YCSJ Osaka. And this event was pretty interesting. Now remember, this is a no side deck format, but I mean, they're able to get 5,000 people through this event. So I mean, like, I'm more excited that they're able to actually get this many people into an event. Now your top 64 metagame, this is pretty garbage. 7 Toon FTKs with 12 Toon decks, making it 19 Toon decks as a whole within the spectrum of this. That's crazy to think about. Cool Toon took up 28.1% of the field with 18. The ban list this weekend is going to be pretty devastating for both of these competitors. Now, what lies, beyond that? We get to see 7 Elf Note, 3 Ritual of Light and Darkness. That's not good. 3 Branded, 2 Sky Striker, 1 Archmage, 1 Rocket, 1 Witchcrafter, 1 Odeon, 1 Primite Dark Magician, 1 Sulphur Power Patron FTK. We also have Invoked DDD, Blitzclick, Rizal Mitsurugi, Lunalight, and Fallen Magistus Invoked Draco, which, I mean, is about what you would expect. Now, in terms of results here, we're missing a little bit of a plug-in here, but I mean, Cool Toons and Sulphur Power Patron FTK were among some of your big challengers. Toon and Toon FTK were very, very, very well known off here. So looking at first place here, Cool Toon. The fact that, they did slot in the 1 draw and Lockbird in the main deck kind of proves, a little bit more of the power you kind of expect with this deck, actually maximizing on the Harmonia. But with what you're seeing here, this was a great showcasing as to why Cool Toon is such a great powerhouse strategy within today's existing meta. Now, this is problem maker number 1 within the format. So one of the things that this event really showcased was there are some FTKs running around in this format that need to be addressed very, very quickly. One of them is the fact that we can use the Link 5. Where is it? We can use the Link 5 to drop the Assembled Nightingale, and then we can just make 2 Starving Venoms and basically just FTK our opponent. Is it fair? No. Is it balanced? Absolutely not. But now that these problems have been, etched out and people have actually seen, oh, hey, there's actually something to this. I think Konami's going to have to make some genuine steps here. We're a couple weeks away from Japan Nationals, and we're already seeing some very big cracks in the format. This is the next problem that needs to be addressed. Toon FTK was a massive, massive crapshoot. And the reason why this deck is able to do its thing is Shadow Toon is 100% searchable. And of course, this is one of the few decks that gets to abuse Bish Bolkin. If you really have to get into a really bad situation, we can Bish Bolkin going first and just win the game. That's what the entire first feature match was during the stream. It was, let's watch Bish Bolkin actually FTK through and actually, win the game. That's crazy that they put that on stream for people to see. Now, this one was pretty interesting. I did not expect to see somebody bringing Odeon to the table. Nobody thinks that, Odeon's going to be a great challenger, but I guess the reality of the situation is if you get an Inspector border in your opening hand and, you roll through, your opponent's going to have a really hard time. Also, this is really the point that we get to see the Dominuses actually really shining through, also because, border is a continuous spell. You're not really going to lose anything. If you have to, dedicate, your 1 summon to this, that's fine too, because this is all... Everything within this deck is very interchangeably searchable. And that's the really cool thing about, presenting a deck like this. As long as the bits and pieces are flowing and, you're able to find the correct piece, you're going to be just beautifully off. We also have Toons down here. Now, Toons in the not fashion of FTKing your opponent is actually pretty good. Just kidding. You get to do some dumb things with Link 5 and then Link 5, Link 5. It's becoming very apparent in the OCG design pool that this card probably needs to be put to one. There is genuinely a lot of broken FTKs have been creeping through and have been looking to abuse this card. And I do hope, honestly, that they do make an effort to actually clean this up, because it is a very big problem. Synchro Elf Note. Now, there could be nothing possibly wrong with this deck, because this deck has been pretty reliable. And then, you get down here and you realize, oh, we can just use the trap card to be able to go through the combo lines during the opponent's turn. And we're set up to go at that point in time. And, I guess that's fine. Obviously, Baron DeFleur is not going anywhere because it's up for the reprint block. The OCG really, really loves Baron DeFleur, and I'm not really sure why. We get to see another cool Toon list. Now, this cool Toon list took things to the absolute extreme. I guess the logic of having Rose Whip in the main deck going into a competitive event like this was probably a saving grace for people. It's one of those things that it's like, all right, so what are the perks of having Rose Whip? One spell and trap card. That means that a Toon player is going to actually struggle to kind of loop through some of the more BS that they're able to do. Can they out the Rose Whip? I assume that there's probably some method if Rose Whip presents itself, or maybe it's something that players didn't really actually bring up in terms of testing, but this card was probably a good saving point for the one-on-one format. We get to see some more Elf Note, Starjunk Synchron. None of the trap card, though, for this build, which is a little bit interesting. Actually kind of taking a step back here and actually understanding that, we can have, different little interactions and things to go with. That's pretty interesting. Also, the World Gears of Demiurge coming back is actually really, really funny. I don't know. I love this card. And the fact that Alpha Note's now playing it is beautiful. Toon FTK. Oh boy, here we go again. We're doing the Shadow Toon stuff. So once again, we can do Shadow Toon through Bishbolkin. God, you get so many dumb things that you're able to do because this FTK is legal. And it's so sad, too, because I do want Toons to be successful, but not like this. We also got to see a Lunalight deck crack through here. That's interesting. We get to see the two Apex fusions, which is kind of nice. The rest of the extra deck here looks standard as crap. It's really interesting to see like an Alpha Note build actually doing well. And then we get to see some more Alpha Note, it was Lunalights. So this build is actually going with the 3 trap cards within the main deck, which I think is fine. This is the kind of stuff that, we want to be able to see do very, very well. And all real things considered, this is actually pretty standard. Toons, not an FTK. Oh, they got a Bisteel in here. Really funny, actually, that they were able to get this in. But also, I see Small World being a bridge for this list. You're really telling me here that we were able to get, Small World into this list and actually have it work out. It's pretty impressive, honestly. Also, we are playing the Toon Harpy Lady. That's actually kind of beautiful. I appreciate the fact that, this was a pretty good showcasing of, the crapshoot that this format is right now. I love that Toons are a viable deck, don't get me wrong. And I want Toons to be playable after this mess. But there are too many FTKs running around. This is the first time in a very long time that I think I've said this, but Konami, you need to do something about this. We have 7... Shadow Toon's 1 FTK. If they don't touch Dark Eradicator Warlock, they're all going to go try out that FTK with DMod. It takes a little bit more effort. And then you have, whatever the heck Sulfachord's doing down here with this. Like, why do we have 3 viable FTKs running around in the Modern Era format? It makes really no sense to me why we're, allowing all of this stuff to really kind of come together. And it's kind of my problem right now with this. I love the OCG. I always think it's very interesting to look at the data and actually see, what's going on. But the reality of the situation right now is this is just, it's a mess. And not in like the good standard mess either. This is actually like, we need to clean this up very, very quickly. So what do you guys think about YCSJ Osaka really showing the problems right now for the meta? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.